this video, we will discuss drought-tolerant plants. Finding the correct plant for the right location is the key to successful landscaping. And occasionally, we might have a dry, poor soil location, nearly all of the growing season. While some may see this as a difficulty for the landscape, I see it as a chance to plant low-maintenance shrubs and perennials that not only withstand, but also benefit from these conditions. So let's look at some of the most popular floral plants that grow in dry soil and heat rather than amending the soil or running water lines. The term dry soil refers to soil that either drains too quickly or cannot absorb enough moisture to remain damp. This may be due to a sunny slope or simply because the region of the garden is too distant from a sprinkler or water pipe to receive enough water. Designing your landscape to tolerate drought is the answer. You are not therefore restricted in terms of color and diversity. Let's start with one of the show's hosts, a perennial plant whose color, bloom, strength, and of course, tolerance to drought may astound you. Coneflower comes first on the list. This plant family is the one to go for if you're searching for a certain blossom color. There are many different cultivars and hues of red, pink, purple, yellow, and white to choose from. Once the petals have dropped off, the cones on these lovely perennials add wonderful texture to the garden. They are also beneficial for birds. The blanket flower will function as indicated when it comes next. For weeks on end, cover the ground with vibrant, tropical-looking hues. This plant does well in heat and drought and enjoys full light and poor soil. Russian sage is a graceful, rapidly expanding perennial that requires little maintenance. Avoid watering them. You'll put on a wonderful show in the summer if you don't fertilize them. Additionally, pollinators adore them. Their hues complement other plant varieties well, especially those with orange or dark purple blooms or foliage. The show on yarrow is made up of peach, pink, red, white, or yellow blossoms. Another perennial that won't require much attention to draw pollinators to the garden is this one. After the first set of blooms, you could shear the plant back for a neater plant, or you can let older blooms fade alongside newer blooms to get a variety of flower colors on the same plant. No matter whatever kind you select, whether it grows tall or stays relatively short, all artificial sunflowers will bloom for months on end, giving you a never-ending exhibition. The yellow flowers add a pleasant warm hue to the landscape and are well liked by pollinators. Even on the hottest and driest of days, this workhorse can produce vivid color. That day would come if there were a classic perennial for each and every garden. Lily, there are many other flower shapes available, many of which are ruffled, and some are even regarded as designer flowers. These simple-to-grow plants are so simple to cultivate that you may give them the dirtiest soil and they will still thrive. They will grow in full sun to part shape and are essentially disease and pest-free. In sandy Mediterranean climes with warm, dry summers and mild winters, lavender thrives best. However, if your climate is less than ideal, don't give up. The soggy Pacific Northwest and the frigid Midwest are home to some of the most romantic lavender farms in the United States. In fact, they thrive in rocky, poor soil. Don't give in to the urge to amend the soil before planting. They only need to be shared back in the early spring to encourage fresh growth. The decorative allium is one of my all-time favorite perennial plants. In fact, the National Perennial Plant Association named the cultivar Millennium the 2018 Perennial Plant of the Year, and with good cause. This perennial provides great presence to the hottest part of the summer, with its clean, green foliage and abundance of little purple blooms that are absolutely adored by honeybees and other pollinators, plus its onions. Scent usually steers away pests, grazing by rabbits and deer. If attracting hummingbirds and butterflies is on your radar, then baseball is a must. Minot is native to eastern North America, making it easy to grow. However, certain types do have a propensity to grow quickly. Additionally, when pressed, the fragrant leaves emits a minty fragrance. Teas can be flavored with it. This plant has hundreds, if not thousands, of cultivars that are sold, with hues ranging from pink to red to purple to lavender. Meadow sage, also known as perennial salvia, has scented, clump-forming foliage and dense spikes in hues of pink, purple, blue, and white. I recently purchased these felt blooms to provide flowers all summer long. This one does not appeal to deer and rabbit-scented leaves, but it does draw hummingbirds, bees, and butterflies. Long bloom times and a laid-back disposition. Why wouldn't you love kitty mint? Full light and dry, well-drained soil are preferred conditions for this low to medium grower. This plant can endure very poor soils as well. After the first bloom cycle, cut the plant back by half to encourage the second bloom. Additionally, this essential shrub prevents deer and rabbits from grazing. A perennial that can thrive in a variety of climates and is tolerant of both heat and drought is the black-eyed Susan flower. They yield throughout the entire summer, offering vibrant color and velvety foliage while requiring minimal maintenance from a gardener. The distinctive brown central cone of the golden daisy-like blossoms contains seeds that are useful to little birds. Hyssop is a fantastic plant for a dry, sunny spot because it not only does well in this environment, but it also needs good drainage. One of the most satisfying and simple perennials to cultivate, this native to the southwest of the United States and Mexico, produces bottle brush-like blooms on sturdy upright stems for months on end. Additionally, the foliage's name and flaws come from the fact that when crushed, it smells strikingly like black licorice. The unusual perennial indigo has blooms that are typically pink, yellow, and blue or purple colors. The blooms are borne atop tapering spikes that are at least 1 foot long even after bloom. Long into winter, the 3-inch flax seed pods are still visually appealing. This natural prairie plant grows with little to no maintenance and can be used as a specimen plant or as a backdrop in borders. Milkweed comes last, but surely not least. Every garden needs milkweed because it serves as a host plant for monarch butterfly caterpillars. This durable perennial delivers months of lovely blooms and grows essentially trouble-free. This particular type of garden sprinkler has 3 arms and 12 built-in spray nozzles, rotates automatically across 360 degrees, and has 2 water spray modes. The slow direct mode slowly rotates upward to spray water that is ideal for watering tall plants. When the autonomous garden sprinkler is connected to the water pipes, it will continuously spray 360 degrees without the need for any additional power sources, thanks to the pressure of the household water supply. Use irrigation for agricultural purposes, garden bonsai, house cooling in the summer, and more besides just the grass. Its extended lifespan is ensured by the use of high-quality ABS plastic, so there is no need to be concerned about dust and corrosion. Vertical garden planter set for indoor and outdoor vegetable, flower, and herb planter gardening pots. Stackable strawberry planter with movable pallet wheels and planter's tools. Exceptional polypropylene plastic, strong and enduring non-toxic tools for pairing stackable simple to store flow-through design to save space. Large leaking holes ensure that the upper-level planters leak water to the lower ones, so you only need to water the top 2 levels. Conserve water. The soil-holding board of the planter allows the grower to keep water underneath it, and the roots can access the water via the board. Watering is not necessary every day. Make gardening a wonderful experience for you. Different use cases. The vertical garden planter is ideal for planting vegetables, flowers, and herbs in gardens, patios, or porches.